It's like tuning your radio. One is you're tuned to Ego FM, and the other one is you're tuned to Source FM. Now, Source is always talking to you. Source is always giving you guidance. But if your radio is set to Ego, you're not going to hear any of it. But once you move into alignment with Source, once you tune your radio correctly, then you start to receive a lot more guidance. A lot more synchronicities happen. And the way that you do that is you go into the silence. So that can be through meditation. That can be through meditation, or it can be through walking alone in nature. It can be through selfless service. It can be anything. Anything that puts you into alignment with any of those qualities of Source. And then you'll notice that the real world doesn't mean as much to you. You'll notice that you start to detach from the world. And when you do, that's when you start to realize the true source of happiness. And all I'm trying to do is raise your awareness of it. That's all. I have no other goal than that. So my suggestion, like I said, is meditate a little bit more. It's nothing new, nothing special. But hopefully, if I can raise your awareness of it, it'll give you a lot more motivation to get in there. Because as you get in there, as you go into the silence, as you release, you become much more aware of who you are, and you let things flow. So, when it comes to moving into alignment with Source, yeah, meditation is great. I highly recommend it. One thing that really, really helps to speed up the process is committing not just to going into meditation and sitting silently, but setting your intent. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is something that I've talked about before, which is the formula for world peace, which is a fancy name for saying law of attraction. It's essentially how the law of attraction works. Okay? So, the formula for world peace is I plus B plus D plus L equals A. Okay? Intent plus belief plus desire plus love equals law of attraction. Okay? You have to start off with an intent to do something. So my suggestion is, if you're going to go into meditation and your egoic self is trying to control and resist, okay? Your intention in meditation I say should, there is no shoulds in the world, but this is my suggestion, should be to release resistance, to release fear, to release blockages. Because who you are is Source. It's all already there. It's already in you. But you have to be aware of it. There's one thing, awareness. Once you're aware, then you can set your intention. So I'm trying to give you the awareness so you can set your intention. And set your intention and ask for guidance. Because ask for guidance to release the blocks to moving into alignment with Source. You have to believe it's possible, and that's why I stand here and I tell all my crazy stories about my own awakening, because I want you to believe that you're able to do it, because if a dummy like me can do it, then so can you. Okay? You gotta have the desire to do it. Okay? My desire is to help humanity. My desire is to give them the information so that we can shift from the egoic society to a source-based society. Okay? That's my desire. That's what motivates me. And then plus love. You could do one of two things. You could release resistance, or you can add love. I like to add love, right? Because love is in alignment with Source anyway, so might as well use that. And when you start to do that, you start to attract everything that you need. Okay? So that's it. That's the formula for world peace. We commit to it. We start to move towards a source-based society. And then society's a lot more loving. Society's a lot more compassionate. It's fun. It's a wonderful world when we can all live in peace and harmony, but that's a ways off. But it doesn't take much. Okay? How many light bulbs does it take to light up a room? Not a lot. You know, you can have 100 people in a room with 5 light bulbs. Provides enough light for 100 people, right? So the more room you or the more light bulbs you have, the brighter the room, and the more everybody's affected by the light and the heat of the lights. So the more people we can have awakened to their true self, the better it is for the world. And then we're all happy, because there's no more war, there's no more fighting, there's no more political one-upmanship. People are simply committed to their own growth and the growth of the planet. It's a good goal to have. You don't have to have it. I have it. But if you want it, you can use it. And again, everything that I say, it's all a relative truth anyway. This is just my own interpretation. It's all, as I said, it's all subjective. It's all relative. This is my own interpretation of the data. Doesn't mean it's real, but I like it. Feels real, seems real. Gives me motivation to give these talks and try and help people out as much as I can. If I'm wrong, so what? I'm still in a very loving, kind, compassionate state. It's a pretty good way to live life. Nothing that says I have to keep doing it. I just do it because I like it. So that's it. We'll see you next time.